So this was another common misconception on my superfluid video. A lot of people were like, wait, doesn't that mean we can make perpetual motion machines? Or that we can make engines that never stop? And the answer is no, that would violate the laws of physics, and here's why. Engines are all about transferring energy from one medium to another. So like if you had a hydroelectric power plant, the running water would push turbines. The turbines would cause magnets to spin, and the spinning magnets would produce electricity. So there you have the kinetic energy of the water converted into electrical energy. Now the reason why we can't have a perpetual motion machine is that we can never create a perfect engine. Some of that force is lost because A, the water still has force when it goes through, and B, some of it is just lost as friction. The water must experience friction when it pushes up against a turbine. You see, the water has a certain viscosity, which is basically friction against itself. And it doesn't want to push against the turbine, it wants to flow in an easier path. But it can't because the friction stops it, and instead it interacts with the turbine and spins it. Superfluids have no viscosity, they have no friction. Which means that if you ran a superfluid through an engine with a turbine, it would just flow around the turbine and the turbine wouldn't move. You couldn't get it to interact with the turbine in any meaningful way. If it was interacting with the turbine, then it wouldn't be a superfluid. At which point, it would lose some energy from its spinning, which means the spinning would eventually stop. So yeah, if you have an infinitely spinning vortex of superfluid and you put a turbine in there to try and make an engine, it'll just flow around the turbine and you'll get no energy. And if you could somehow get that turbine to spin by interacting with the superfluid, then the superfluid would lose energy and then would stop spinning. And in which case, it would not be a superfluid.